Welcome to the deep dive. So you've shared this really helpful resource with us from Easy Gold. It's called Small Business Online Marketing, Essential Strategies.
Yeah, it looks pretty comprehensive.
It does. And our mission today really is to kind of cut through all the jargon and pull out the absolute essential bits, the stuff that can help you as a small business owner actually use online marketing to grow.
Make it work for you, basically.
Exactly. We're going to cover, the basics, what it even is, and the channels, website stuff, SEO, turning clicks into customers, social media, email, content.
And figuring out if any of it is actually paying off.
Yeah.
Measurement.
Right. The whole package. The idea is by the end, you'll feel hopefully a bit more confident navigating this whole online world for your business.
Yeah, let's try and extract those actionable insights, not just theory, but stuff people can, actually do. Think of it as a roadmap.
Okay, let's get right into it then. The source kicks things off by defining online marketing. Pretty straightforward, right? Using the internet websites, social media, search, email to promote your stuff.
Promote your products or services, yeah. And it makes a strong point immediately. This isn't optional anymore. Not if you want a competitive edge.
Why is that, though? What's the core reason?
Well, think about where your customers are. They're online. Researching, comparing, deciding. You have to meet them there.
Right, it's about being present.
And online marketing kind of levels the playing field. Small businesses can reach a huge audience, even globally, without needing like a massive TV ad budget.
That makes sense. And it's flexible too, isn't it? The source mentions how it adapts. Like how you interact on TikTok is totally different from an email newsletter.
That's a really key point. You tailor the approach to the platform and how people use it. It's not one size fits all.
So you need to be smart about where and how you connect.
And it all needs to work together. The Easy Gold Guide really stresses that. Your website, your social posts, your emails, they shouldn't be separate silos.
They need to feel connected, like part of the same conversation.
Exactly. A seamless experience for the customer, wherever they encounter you online.
Okay, so let's talk benefits. Why should a small business invest the time and potentially money? The source lists some compelling advantages. First up, cost.
Yeah, that's often the big one. Compared to traditional advertising print, radio, TV, online marketing can be much more affordable. Things like social media ads or pay-per-click. You can often start small.
Much easier on the wallet, especially when you're starting out.
Definitely. And maybe even more important is the targeting. It's just unparalleled online.
What do you mean by that?
Well, traditional ads often cast a wide net, right? Hoping to catch the right people. Online, you can get incredibly specific.
Like targeting based on demographics, age, location.
That, but also interests, online behavior, purchase history. I mean, think about it. An eco-friendly shop could target ads only to people interested in sustainability, living in specific areas.
Wow, okay, that's way more efficient than a billboard, for example.
Hugely. Less waste. You're reaching people much more likely to be interested.
And the source also bangs the drum for measurability. You can actually see what's working.
Right? This is a massive shift. You're not just relying on gut feeling.
Yeah.
Online tools give you hard data.
Like website traffic, who's visiting?
Exactly. Website traffic, where they came from, how many actually buy something, that's your conversion rate, what the return on your investment, your ROI, looks like.
So you can make decisions based on facts, not guesswork.
Precisely. Track, analyze, tweak, see what works, do more of that, ditch what doesn't. It's a continuous improvement loop.
Plus, it's not purely transactional, is it? The interaction potential seems huge.
Oh, absolutely. Social media, for instance, lets you build a real community. You can talk with your customers, not just at them. Get feedback, build loyalty.
That connection seems really valuable long term.
It is. When customers feel heard and connected, they stick around. They become advocates. That's powerful marketing in itself.
Okay, fundamentals covered. Let's talk channels. Where does this online marketing actually happen? The source starts with search engines. Google, Bing.
Yeah, the starting point for so many journeys. Someone needs something, has a question. First stop is often a search bar.
So you need to be visible there.
Absolutely. And that's where SEO comes in, search engine optimization. It's all about making your website show up higher in the results for relevant searches, the keywords your customers are using.
Because people rarely go past the first page, right?
Pretty much. Being on that first page builds immediate credibility. People trust those top results. It boosts brand awareness.
And it's not just about tricking Google, is it? The source mentions your website itself needs to be good.
That's crucial. A well-structured site with genuinely useful, high-quality content. Search engines want to show the best results, the most helpful answers, so user experience matters.
Got it. Okay, next channel. Social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, the busy places.
Dynamic is a good word. These are places for interaction, for engagement, not just broadcasting.
And different platforms have different strengths.
Definitely. Instagram, Pinterest, very visual, great for showing off products, telling stories with images, video.
Building that brand aesthetic.
Exactly. Whereas others might be better for discussions, customer service, or, like LinkedIn, for B2B connections. The key is engagement, building that community we talked about.
Fostering loyalty. Makes sense. Then there's email marketing. Feels a bit old school maybe, but the source says it's still powerful.
Don't underestimate email. It's incredibly effective for direct communication, especially if you build your own list.
People who've opted in who want to hear from you.
Precisely. That's a valuable asset. And the power lies in personalization. You can segment your list, send tailored messages based on interests or past purchases.
So it feels more relevant, less like spam.
Much more relevant, which leads to better engagement, drives traffic back to your site, and ultimately drives sales.
Okay, and the last channel mentioned is content marketing, creating valuable stuff.
Yeah. Think blog posts, how-to guides, videos, infographics, content that actually helps your audience, answers their questions, solves their problems.
How does that work as marketing?
It builds trust and establishes your business as an authority. You're providing value up front. People find you because you're helping them. They start to trust you. And then, when they're ready to buy, you're top of mind. It subtly promotes you.
Okay, channels make sense. Now, what about specific strategies? The source dives into a few key ones. SEO comes up again, obviously.
It's foundational. You need that organic visibility. Making sure the site structure is logical, improving the user experience.
It ties directly into that quality content we just mentioned.
Absolutely. Good SEO and good content go hand in hand. You can't really have one without the other long term.
Then there's pay-per-click advertising, PPC, like Google Ads. More immediate results?
Potentially, yes. It's a way to get your message in front of people quickly. The key is you only pay when someone actually clicks your ad.
Sounds good, but are there catches?
Well, it needs careful management. Right. You need solid keyword research, compelling ad copy that makes people want to click, and you need to watch your budget closely to ensure you're getting a decent return. It's not set it and forget it.
Right. The source also mentions affiliate marketing, partnering up with others.
Yeah, you partner with affiliates, maybe bloggers, influencers, other businesses who promote your products or services to their audience.
And they get a cut.
Exactly. They earn a commission for every sale or lead they generate through their unique affiliate link. It's performance-based, so you only pay for results.
Could be a good way to extend your reach without big upfront costs.
If you find the right partners with an aligned audience, definitely.
And no surprise, content marketing is listed as a core strategy too. Back to building authority and trust.
Yep. Consistently creating and distributing that valuable content that answers questions, solves problems, and positions you as the go-to resource.
Okay, so you're doing all this stuff. How do you actually know if it's working? The source highlights key metrics. Website traffic is a basic one.
Yeah, are people finding you? How many? It's your baseline indicator visibility. And analyzing where that traffic comes from, search, social, email, direct, tells you which channels are performing.
Makes sense. Then conversion rates. This sounds important.
Crucial. Of all the people visiting your site, what percentage are actually doing what you want them to do? Making a purchase, signing up, filling out a form.
So a high conversion rate means your website and your messaging are effective.
Generally, yes. It means you're successfully guiding visitors towards becoming customers or leads.
What about click-through rates, CTR?
That measures how many people who see your link or ad actually click on it. It tells you how compelling your message is, your ad copy, your email subject line, your social media post.
So a low CTR means the message isn't hitting the mark.
Exactly. It's a signal to rethink your wording, your targeting, or maybe the offer itself.
And the big one, ROI, return on investment.
The bottom line, right. Are you making more money from your marketing efforts than you're spending?
That's what it all comes down to financially.
It is. A positive ROI validates your strategy. A negative one, well, it tells you something needs to change fast.
Okay, let's shift focus to the website itself, your online storefront. The source stresses some core design principles. User experience, UX, is top the list.
Absolutely fundamental. If your website is confusing, cluttered, or just plain hard to use, people will leave instantly.
So it needs to be easy to navigate, visually appealing.
Yes. Think clean layout, intuitive menus, clear pathways. And critically, it must be mobile responsive.
Works perfectly on phones and tablets.
Non-negotiable these days. So many people browse primarily on mobile. If your site isn't easy to use on a small screen, you're losing business, period.
Speed is another big one mentioned. Loading time matters.
Hugely. The source mentions that 2-second expectation. If your site takes longer than that to load,
People bounce.
they bounce, they get frustrated, they leave, maybe go to a competitor, lost opportunity, lost sale. You need to optimize images, streamline code, ensure your hosting is fast enough.
And clear navigation keeps people moving through the site smoothly.
Definitely. Well-structured menus, logical categories, maybe good search bar. People need to find what they're looking for without getting lost or frustrated.
And don't forget clear calls to action, the CTAs, telling people what to do next.
Essential. Buy now, learn more, sign up here, make them obvious, make them compelling, guide the user.
Finally, aesthetics. The look and feel. Does it really matter that much?
It does. It's about professionalism, brand identity, trust, consistent colors, fonts, high-quality images. It all creates an impression.
A sloppy-looking site doesn't inspire confidence.
Not at all. Good aesthetics build credibility and make the experience more pleasant.
Okay, so a good website is key. How do we weave SEO into that effectively? The source gets practical here. Starts with keyword research.
Yep, understanding the actual words and phrases your potential customers are typing into search engines. What problems are they trying to solve? What are they looking for?
Tools like Google Keyword Planner help with that.
They do. They help you find relevant terms. The next step is incorporating those keywords naturally into your website content.
Where do they go?
Page titles, headings, the main body text, image descriptions, alt text, URLs. But naturally, remember, not just stuffing them in. It has to read well for humans first.
Right. And that links to on-page optimization, refining individual pages.
Exactly. Making sure each page has a clear title, relevant headings, and focuses on a specific topic or keyword set. And again, that high-quality, valuable content is paramount. Search engines reward pages that genuinely help users.
Then there's off-page optimization, things happening off your website.
Primarily, that means building credibility through backlinks, links pointing to your site from other reputable websites in your field,
How do you get those?
guest blogging on other sites, collaborating with influencers, building relationships with other businesses, creating amazing content that people naturally want to link to. Think of them as votes of confidence.
And the technical side of SEO, often overlooked.
Very often. Things like site speed, mobile friendliness, again, using HTTPS for security, having a clean site structure that search engines can easily crawl. These are crucial technical foundations. Fixing broken links, submitting a sitemap.
Okay, so SEO is baked in. Now, how do we turn those website visitors into actual customers? Conversion tactics, clear calls to action again.
Always important. Guide the user. Make it obvious what the next step is. Use strong verbs, maybe create a sense of urgency or highlight a key benefit in the CTA button itself. Make them visually stand out.
And content plays a role here too, not just for SEO.
Definitely. Compelling content builds trust and persuades. Think detailed product descriptions, high-quality images, videos showing the product in use, customer testimonials, case studies.
Social proof, right. Seeing others have had a good experience.
Exactly. It reduces perceived risk and builds confidence. Storytelling can also be really effective here.
And making it easy to buy is key. Streamline navigation.
Crucial, especially for e-commerce. Easy to find categories, good search filters, a simple path to the product page. Don't make people hunt for things.
And the checkout process itself. Minimize friction.
Absolutely. Keep it simple. Offer guest checkout. Don't force registration. Provide multiple payment options. Be upfront and clear about shipping costs, delivery times, and your return policy.
Remove any potential roadblocks or nasty surprises.
Precisely. Make it smooth and trustworthy.
Right. Let's switch to social media. Huge potential, but can be overwhelming. How do you pick the right platforms?
First step. Know your audience deeply. Where do they hang out online? What platforms do they use most?
So if your audience is mostly, say, professionals, LinkedIn might be better than TikTok.
Generally, yes. Instagram and Pinterest are great for visual products. Facebook has broad reach and good community features. Twitter for real-time news and quick interactions. You need to match the platform to your audience demographics and behavior.
And consider your own resources, too.
Absolutely. Do you have the capacity to create great video content? Then maybe YouTube or TikTok makes sense. Are you better with written content and discussions? Maybe focus on LinkedIn or Facebook groups. Play to your strengths.
And think about the product or service itself. Visuals work better on some platforms.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Align platform choice with audience, resources, and what you're actually selling. Don't try to be everywhere if you can't do it well.
Okay, platform chosen. Now, crafting content that actually engages people. Storytelling comes up again.
People connect with stories. Your brand's origin, customer successes, behind-the-scenes looks. It makes your brand more human and relatable, much better than just constant sales pitches.
Visuals are key too, right? Especially on platforms like Instagram.
High-quality images, engaging videos, informative infographics. Visual content grabs attention much faster than text alone. Think about different formats too, live video, short clips, GIFs.
And tailor it to the platform. Shorter for Twitter, more visual for Instagram.
You have to. What works well on one platform might fall flat on another. Respect the norms and user expectations of each space.
The source also mentions user-generated content, UGC, getting customers involved.
Yeah, encouraging customers to share photos of them using your product, writing reviews, participating in contests. It's authentic social proof and builds community. Powerful stuff.
How do you measure success on social? What metrics matter?
Engagement rates are key. Likes, comments, shares, saves, they show to show your content is resonating.
Is follower growth important?
It indicates reach expansion, yes, but focus on quality followers, people genuinely interested in your niche rather than just vanity numbers.
And conversion rates. Does social activity lead to sales or signups?
That's the crucial link back to business goals. Use tracking tools like UTM parameters in your links to see how many website visits, leads, or purchases originate from your social channels.
What about sentiment? How people feel about your brand?
Yeah, monitoring mentions, comments, reviews to understand the overall perception. Are people generally positive, negative, neutral? Give you valuable feedback.
And social media advertising. Can it boost growth?
Definitely, especially with the targeting options. As we mentioned, you can get super specific.
Reaching just the right people.
Demographics, interests, behaviors, location. It's incredibly precise. But your ad creative, the image, video, text needs to be compelling. And a clear call to action is vital.
Testing different versions helps. A/B testing.
Highly recommended. Test different images, headlines, CTAs to see what performs best. And manage your budget carefully. Set limits, monitor results, allocate spend effectively.
The source also mentions retargeting.
Yeah, showing ads specifically to people who've already visited your website or interacted with your brand. It's a way to stay top of mind and bring them back, often very effective.
Finally, on social, engaging with the community. It's not a one-way street.
Absolutely not. Respond to comments and messages promptly. Show you're listening. Encourage that UGC we talked about.
Maybe run Q&A sessions.
Live Q&As, webinars great for real-time interaction and building trust. Participate in relevant groups, offer expertise, recognize your loyal customers publicly. It's about building relationships.
Okay, let's pivot to email marketing. Building that list is step one. How?
Offer something valuable in exchange for an email address, an incentive.
Like a discount or a free guide.
Exactly. Exclusive content, a checklist, an ebook, early access to sales, something people actually want. Then make it easy to sign up.
Put forms on your website.
Yes, strategically, pop-ups, use carefully.
Yeah.
Embedded forms on key pages like the blog or homepage, maybe a footer sign-up. Promote it on social media too. And ask existing customers if they'd like to join.
Got the list. Now, the emails themselves, what makes compelling content? Subject lines are huge,
To
right?
gatekeepers, they need to be attention-grabbing, concise, relevant, create curiosity or urgency. Personalization helps here too.
Addressing people by name.
That and tailoring the content based on their interests or past behavior. If you know they like product X, tell them about related product Y. Makes it feel personal, not generic.
Keep the email body clear, valuable. Use visuals.
Definitely. Break up text with bullet points or headings. Use relevant images or GIFs. Focus on providing value and always include a clear call to action. What do you want them to do after reading?
Does timing matter when you send it?
It can. Test different days and times to see when your audience is most likely to open and click. There's no single best time for everyone.
How do you track if emails are working? What metrics?
Open rate is the first hurdle. Did they even open it? Tells you about subject line effectiveness.
Flip-through rate, CTR.
How many openers actually clicked a link inside? Shows if the content and CTA were engaging.
Conversion rate. Did those clicks lead to a purchase or sign up?
That's the ultimate goal tracking. And keep an eye on unsubscribe rates. If lots of people are opting out, your content might not be relevant or valuable enough.
The source talks about segmentation, dividing the list. Why?
To send more relevant messages. Instead of blasting everyone with the same email, you tailor it
How do you segment?
by demographics, age, location, by behavior, past purchases, email engagement, website activity, By interests. What topics have they shown interest in?
So like sending hiking boot offers only to people who bought backpacks.
Exactly. Or segmenting based on how often they open emails.
Mhm.
Or using psychographics lifestyles, values maybe from survey data. The more relevant the email, the better the results. Dynamic segmentation even updates these groups automatically based on recent actions.
Very targeted. Okay, let's tackle content marketing strategy. Needs a plan, right? Not just random blog posts.
A plan is essential. Start with a content calendar. What topics will you cover? What formats? Blog, video, infographic. When will you publish? Align it with business goals and promotions.
And know your audience personas.
Crucial. Create detailed profiles of your ideal customers. What are their pain points, their interests, their goals? Create content that speaks directly to them.
Use different content types.
Yes, cater to different preferences. Some people love reading blogs, others prefer watching videos or scanning infographics. Case studies are great for building trust. Mix it up.
And weave in SEO, keyword research again.
Always. Ensure your content is discoverable by search engines. Use relevant keywords naturally. Optimize titles and descriptions.
What are the strengths of different content types? Blogs.
Great for sharing in-depth information, establishing authority, attracting organic traffic through SEO. Good for answering specific questions.
Videos.
Highly engaging. Good for tutorials, demonstrations, storytelling, showing personality. People often prefer watching over reading.
Infographics.
Excellent for making complex information visual and easy to digest. Highly shareable on social media.
Case studies.
Powerful social proof. Showcasing real results you've achieved for clients builds immense trust and credibility. Great for B2B especially.
And user-generated content.
Builds authenticity and community, letting your customers tell your story for you.
Creating content is one thing, promoting it is another. How do you get eyes on it?
Share it widely on your relevant social media channels. Craft engaging captions, use hashtags.
Email your list.
Definitely. Send links to your new content to your subscribers, maybe segmenting based on who would find it most relevant.
Collaborate with others.
Reach out to influencers, industry partners, or complementary businesses to share your content or collaborate on new pieces. Expands your reach.
What about online communities?
Participate authentically in relevant forums or groups. Share your expertise and, where appropriate, link back to genuinely helpful content on your site. Don't just spam links.
Okay, final section. Measuring and optimizing. Bringing it all together. Identifying key performance indicators, KPIs.
Yeah, knowing what metrics actually define success for you. We've mentioned many. Website traffic, conversion rates.
Customer acquisition cost, CAC is important too, right? How much to get one customer?
Very important. And compare that to customer lifetime value, LTV. Ideally, LTV should be significantly higher than CAC. Social media engagement metrics matter too.
And you need tools to track this stuff.
Absolutely. Google Analytics for website behavior, page views, bounce rate, time on site. Social media platforms have their own analytics. Your email platform tracks opens, clicks, etc.
A/B testing tools.
Useful for comparing variations of landing pages, emails, ads.
The overall theme seems to be continuous improvement.
It has to be. The digital landscape changes constantly. Regularly review your KPIs. Gather customer feedback through surveys or reviews. Stay updated on industry trends.
Foster a culture of experimentation. Don't be afraid to try things.
Exactly. Test, learn, adapt. That's how you stay ahead. A/B testing is a core part of that.
Can you explain A/B testing simply?
Sure. You identify one element you want to improve, say an email subject line. You create two versions, A and B, changing only that one element. You send version A to half your test group, version B to the other half.
Then see which one performs better?
Precisely. Track the key metric, in this case, open rate. Whichever version wins, you roll that out more broadly. Then you test something else. Small incremental improvements add up.
Finally, performance benchmarking. Comparing yourself to others.
Yeah, seeing how your metrics stack up against industry averages or direct competitors. Are your conversion rates good? Is your website traffic growing faster or slower than similar businesses?
Tools like SEMrush can help with competitor analysis.
They can give insights into competitors' keywords, traffic, backlinks. Benchmarking helps you set realistic goals and identify areas needing the most attention.
Wow, okay. That was a comprehensive run-through of the Easy Gold Guide. We covered a lot of ground.
We did. From the fundamentals and channels to websites, social, email, content, and measurement. It's all interconnected.
So, to quickly recap, know the basics, build a strong online home website, be active and engaging on the right social platforms, use email and content to build relationships and trust.
And crucially, measure everything. Use data to constantly refine and improve what you're doing. Don't just guess.
Absolutely. And for everyone listening, if this feels like, a mountain to climb, maybe just pick one thing.
Yeah, don't try to do everything at once. What's one strategy or tactic we discussed today that really resonates with your current goals? Maybe improving your website's CTAs, or starting a simple email newsletter.
Or maybe just committing to posting consistently on one social platform.
Exactly. What's one small, manageable experiment you could start this week based on what you've heard? Sometimes just starting is the hardest part, but also the most important. Take that first step.